Jeffery Williams, a name that might not ring a bell for everyone, but his alter ego certainly does. Better known as Young Thug, he has become a household name in the world of hip-hop and beyond, a name synonymous with pushing boundaries, both musically and culturally. His presence on stage is electrifying, his performances unforgettable. A pioneer of trap music, Young Thug's voice is instantly recognizable. His style, unmistakably unique. From his eclectic fashion choices to his innovative sound, he has carved out a niche that is entirely his own. From the streets of Atlanta to global stardom, Young Thug's rise was meteoric. He started from humble beginnings, growing up in a large family in the Jonesboro South projects. His early life was marked by hardship, but music became his escape and his passion. He became a Grammy Award-winning artist, a testament to his talent and hard work. His album So Much Fun debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, solidifying his place in the music industry. He collaborated with music giants from Drake to Travis Scott, and his influence can be heard in the work of many contemporary artists. His ability to blend genres and push the envelope has made him a sought-after collaborator. His influence on hip-hop, undeniable. Young Thug has not only shaped the sound of modern rap, but has also influenced the culture surrounding it. His fearless approach to fashion and his willingness to challenge norms have made him a cultural icon, but success often attracts scrutiny. The media has followed his every move, and his life has been a subject of intense public interest. From his relationships to his legal troubles, nothing has escaped the spotlight. And for Young Thug, that scrutiny would soon engulf his world. His legal battles have been well documented, and they have added a layer of complexity to his public persona. His lyrics, often cryptic and unconventional, became a subject of debate. Critics and fans alike have dissected his words, searching for meaning and intent. Some see his lyrics as a reflection of his life experiences, while others view them as a glorification of a dangerous lifestyle. Were they art imitating life, or a dangerous glorification of gang culture? This question has sparked heated debates and has been a focal point in his legal troubles. This question would form the crux of a legal battle. Young Thug's lyrics have been used as evidence in court, raising questions about the limits of artistic expression and the role of art in society. A battle that would test the boundaries of freedom of expression. The legal proceedings have drawn attention to the broader issue of how the justice system treats artists and their work, a battle that would reverberate far beyond the courtroom walls. The outcome of his trial could have implications for artists everywhere, setting a precedent for how lyrics and other forms of artistic expression are interpreted by the law. It's a story of music, fame, and the law's relentless pursuit. Young Thug's journey is a testament to the power of art and the challenges that come with fame. It's the story of the trial of Young Thug, a story that continues to unfold, capturing the attention of fans, critics, and legal experts alike. As the world watches, one thing is clear. Young Thug's impact on music and culture is undeniable, and his story is far from over. May 9th, 2022. A day that would forever change the landscape of Atlanta's music scene and its legal history. A date etched in Atlanta's hip-hop history. The city, known for its vibrant music culture and influential artists, was about to witness an unprecedented legal battle. A grand jury indictment sent shockwaves through the industry. The news spread like wildfire, leaving fans and industry insiders in disbelief. Young Thug, a prominent figure in the hip-hop world, along with 27 others associated with his label YSL, were named. The charges were not just a minor infraction, they were monumental. The charge, violation of the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations (RICO) Act. This law, with its roots in the 1970s, was designed to combat organized crime, a law originally designed to dismantle the mafia. It was a powerful tool that had brought down some of the most notorious crime families in history, now used to target organized crime, including gangs. The RICO Act had evolved, becoming a weapon against modern-day criminal enterprises. The indictment was sprawling. It alleged that YSL was not just a record label. The documents detailed a web of criminal activities that spanned years. It was a criminal enterprise. The allegations painted a grim picture of a group deeply involved in illegal activities. Prosecutors painted a picture of a group engaged in drug trafficking, violence, and murder. The evidence presented was both shocking and extensive. They pointed to Young Thug as a kingpin, a leader who orchestrated and directed the criminal activities of the group, a leader who used his influence to direct criminal activity. His position in the music industry allegedly provided a cover for his illicit operations. The charges were serious, the stakes were high. The courtroom was filled with tension as the trial began. The trial of Young Thug was set in motion. The world watched as the legal proceedings unfolded, wondering what the outcome would be for one of hip-hop's biggest stars. Fans gathered outside the courthouse, showing their support for young Thug. Media vans lined the streets and reporters eagerly covered every development. Legal analysts weighed in, discussing the implications of the case. The use of the RICO Act in this context was the topic of much debate. Historically, the RICO Act had been used to bring down powerful criminal organizations. Its application in the music industry was relatively new and controversial. Young Thug's influence extended beyond the courtroom. His music and persona had a significant impact on his fans and the culture at large. As the trial progressed, the courtroom drama intensified. Each day brought new revelations and heightened emotions. The trial extended into the night, with media and fans holding vigil outside the courthouse. The anticipation and tension were palpable. Closing arguments were made, and the judge gave final instructions to the jury. The fate of young Thug and his associates now rested in their hands. The jury deliberated, and the world waited with bated breath. The verdict would not only determine the future of young Thug, but also set a precedent for the music industry. The verdict was delivered, and reactions were swift. The outcome of the trial will be discussed and debated for years to come. Regardless of the outcome, May 9, 2022, would remain a pivotal moment in Atlanta's history. A day when the lines between music and crime were scrutinized like never before. The prosecution's case hinged on a central theme. YSL was a gang disguised as a record label. They sought to prove that young Thug, using his influence and lyrics, directed criminal acts. Their evidence? A mountain of social media posts, song lyrics, and witness testimonies. They argued that these weren't just artistic expressions, they were evidence of gang activity and criminal intent. The prosecution presented young Thug as a mastermind. They alleged he ordered violent acts, including shootings and murders. They claimed he profited from drug trafficking orchestrated by YSL members. The prosecution's narrative was clear. Young Thug wasn't just a rapper, he was a dangerous criminal who used his platform to further a criminal enterprise. Fighting back, the defense took the stage with a simple yet powerful argument. Young Thug is an artist, not a criminal. They began by emphasizing the transformative power of art, arguing that young Thug's music was a reflection of his environment and experiences, not an admission of guilt. The defense team passionately conveyed that his lyrics were a form of storytelling, a way to express the struggles and triumphs of his life and the lives of those around him. They argued that the prosecution had misconstrued his art. The defense highlighted how art, especially in the form of music, often uses hyperbole and metaphor to convey deeper truths. They pointed out that many artists across various genres have used provocative language and imagery to make powerful statements about society. They insisted his lyrics, often violent and provocative, were not confessions. Instead, they were a mirror to the world he grew up in, a world filled with challenges and adversity. The defense team meticulously dissected the lyrics, showing how they were crafted to evoke emotion and provoke thought, rather than to serve as literal accounts of criminal activity. Instead, they were artistic expressions, reflecting the harsh realities he and many others faced growing up. The defense painted a vivid picture of young Thug's upbringing, detailing the systemic issues and socio-economic hardships that shaped his worldview. They argued that his music was a way to cope with and comment on these harsh realities, not to glorify or admit to criminal behavior. The defense attacked the prosecution's evidence, claiming the social media posts were taken out of context. They argued that snippets of conversations and posts were cherry-picked to paint a misleading picture. The defense team presented a broader context, showing how these posts were part of larger, often benign conversations. They argued that the witnesses were unreliable and motivated by their own agendas. The defense scrutinized the credibility of the prosecution's witnesses, highlighting inconsistencies in their testimonies and questioning their motives. They suggested that some witnesses might have personal vendettas or were seeking leniency in their own legal troubles. The defense painted a picture of young Thug as a self-made man, a talented artist who pulled himself out of poverty. They shared stories of his determination and resilience, illustrating how he used his talent to rise above his circumstances. The defense emphasized that his success was a testament to his hard work and creativity, not criminal activity. They stressed his philanthropic work and contributions to his community. The defense team presented evidence of young Thug's charitable endeavors, showcasing his efforts to give back to his community. They highlighted his involvement in various initiatives, from funding educational programs to supporting local businesses and families in need. They argued that the prosecution was criminalizing artistry, trying to silence a voice that spoke for a generation. The defense concluded by asserting that young Thug's work was a vital part of the cultural landscape, giving a voice to the voiceless and shedding light on important social issues. They urged the jury to see beyond the surface and recognize the true value of his art. Voices from the stand, witness testimonies. The trial saw a parade of witnesses. Some were former associates of YSL, while others were law enforcement officers. Each testimony added a piece to the puzzle. Some witnesses corroborated the prosecution's claims, testifying to witnessing young thugs' alleged involvement in criminal activities. They spoke of a climate of fear and intimidation within YSL. On the other hand, other witnesses contradicted the prosecution's narrative. They testified that YSL was a legitimate record label and described Young Thug as a generous and caring individual, not a ruthless gang leader. The weight of these testimonies, often conflicting and riddled with inconsistencies, rested heavily on the jury. Their task, to decipher truth from fabrication and to determine the credibility of each voice from the stand.